Women that are married should never go on girls' trips. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree.
My wife abandoned me 2 months ago to find herself.
Ooh. Oh no. These never end good.
Is she finding herself or finding a lot of wiener?
Oh.
2 months ago, I get home and she left a note. My friend calls it Exhibit A. Basically, she was going on our trip.
You sure it wasn't Exhibit D? Okay, I'll stop.
Without me. She had quit her job, took most of our savings, and wasn't sure when she'd be back. Maybe a year, maybe sooner. She knew I'd understand. Her location is turned off. My calls go directly to voicemail. I texted the kids a picture of the note.
That's terrible.
Wow.
We have our checking accounts for direct deposits of our paychecks, but we transfer most of it into a joint account to pay the household bills and savings. We both have access to the main savings account. We have joint credit cards we use for household expenses. The 2 cars and mortgages are joint. We both also have our own small savings account, our own retirement accounts, equity funded, and our own credit cards for gifts and fun things. I closed all joint cards and accounts.
Smart.
I waited a month to see if she'd come back, hopefully before she spent our savings. After receiving only 1 text the first month, I went to a lawyer. She basically said that there was very little to do right now, other than changing the beneficiaries of my retirement account and life insurance. Yay, my wife gets nothing else if I die alone while she's having our adventures. It was only a month and there was no way to serve her papers. My lawyer advised me to keep paying the mortgage and the cars. The cost of trying to get a judge to approve the sale of joint assets was more than making payments. I didn't want to ruin my credit by letting one of our cars get repossessed, but I couldn't sell it because she's on the title. I get random texts and she sporadically posts on Instagram. Of course, she has her comments turned off. I want to block her so bad, but my lawyer advised me that it's better to maintain a communication channel that's not through our kids. Her last post was from Hawaii. She put in the comments how great a husband I was for letting her take this trip.
Whoa.
I'm barely making it, paying 2 cars, a mortgage, household bills, insurance, hoping there are no emergencies because I have no savings.
I heard Dave Ramsey talk about this, and he said 80% of Americans are one financial burden away from bankruptcy, like one financial emergency away.
She's enjoying our trip. Her. I'm so pissed at her. I helped take care of her mom for 4 years, and her when she fell apart after her mom moved into a memory care home. And she returns the favor by abandoning me?
Wow. You can always take the girl off the streets, but you can't take the streets out the girl, brother man.
She's a runner, she's a track star.
That's brutal. I think this gets even worse, though, Chad. I think it gets even freaking worse. Which is really the sad part, because they were together for 34 years, it seems.
To this trip, and I'll have to put off retirement. My only solace is my kids are pissed at her, too. They'll probably forgive her eventually. Double f*** her. I'm no fool. She's hooking up with guys. She looks good. She'll have 0 problems getting men.
Yeah, she's definitely getting piped. That's the hardest thing to know. She's out in Hawaii getting Samoan pen. You know what I mean? She's out there getting that penis.
Her and asked if she was sleeping around. A week later, she responded that wasn't true. Sure. So I'm drinking alone on a Friday night, and she's somewhere, probably on a beach, enjoying her life. Edit, my lawyer has given me a bunch of advice and options. It was just way more than I could possibly include in this post. I could definitely push the issue harder, and I might need to at some point, but all that work is very expensive. Finding her, serving her, getting a judge to sign off, that's not cheap. I'm following up soon. I plan on talking about savings and my finances. Until I paid all the bills and realized how little was left, it didn't hit me that I had to worry about money. And then relevant comments. Somebody says, thanking you for letting her take this trip is basically her saying, when I get through living this single life, I'll be coming back to the comfort and security of a married life.
Yep.
When she returns, I'd say, welcome home. Here are your walking papers. And OP responded, she is 100% under the delusion that she's coming back to a marriage. She had a few conversations with our daughter, and she's convinced I'll understand and forgive her. So she is speaking to the kids.
Bruh. This is why I say we got to end this epidemic, man. And she's using the kids as pawns and leveraging them and talking to them. Oh, your dad will forgive me. He's not going to do anything. This is why you always got to make sure you got the leverage in the relationship, bro. That's why I always say, even if you're married, so many men get married and they feel like, you know what, I won. I got it. I'm done. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to try. I don't have to schmooze her. I don't have to take her out on dates. I don't have to do anything. I've won. I got a buddy that's like that. He's on his 2nd marriage, but he feels like when he gets in a marriage, he's like, thank God, I don't have to try anymore. This is amazing. Absolutely not. Once you get married, bro, you got to be the absolute best version. You got to be in the best shape. You got to look the best, smell the best, act the best, be the smartest you've ever been, be the strongest you've ever been. And then you also got to take care of your wife. Keep dating your wife. So many people get married and stop dating their partner. They just get married and they're like, great, this is the finish line. I don't have to do anything else anymore. I'm done. I've won. Bro, you got to keep dating, because the thing is, as soon as you're not giving your woman that attention, she's going to go seek it elsewhere. And more than likely, they got caught up in the mundane, everyday aspect of paying bills, going to work, coming home, and doing that cycle. And if you don't keep a little bit of spontaneity in a relationship, more than likely, somebody's going to get bored. It may be you, it may be her. Most of the time, it's the women, because they initiate 75% of the divorces. But I'm just saying, you got to keep some spontaneity. Bring up some things. Still date your wife. So many people stop dating once they get married.
Get the hell out of
So
here.
disgusting.
You freaking delusional.
I wonder.
Yeah, that's really sad that that's what he's going through. But wait, chat. There's more. There's more. It gets even better.
Other comment. Tell your daughter to pass along the message that you're filing for divorce for abandonment and see if this gets you some traction. I don't generally like the idea of going through kids, but they need to have your back on this. Maybe even tell her they'll cut her off as well if she keeps doing this to you and the family. Maybe even start posting about how she's living the good life and letting your kids and family know what kind of pickle this has put you in. Everyone probably assumes you're on board with this if you're not purposefully driving the true narrative.
There's a lot of validity in that statement, because what you aren't changing, you're choosing. Shibananaya should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. Anything you're not changing, you are choosing, chat. So if you're mad about something that's going on in your life and you're not making a conscious effort to change it, you're choosing to have that problem.
Opie responded, she only hears what she wants. I asked her to send me an address to serve her papers. She only told me that we'll work it out when she comes home. Like the we will. My daughter tells her all the pain she's causing, but she just says that she only has 5 to 10 years left until she gets dementia. It's impossible to know if she'll even develop dementia, but shouldn't she be spending this time with her family? An update from my original post. I'm feeling much more positive now that the financial situation has become a little bit more manageable. Basically, I'm running up debt that will get paid off when I sell the house. Even with lawyer fees, I have 6 to 8 more months before I have to worry about money, assuming there are no emergencies. My friend's wife gave me some good advice. Don't go from being a hero to a villain in your kids' eyes. How I talk about and treat my wife will determine my future relationship with my kids. I don't give a damn about my wife, but I don't want to make her a sympathetic figure or drive them away from both of us. I followed up with a lawyer. Basically, she said we're going to have her pay back the savings she took through a reduction in the shares of assets. Any division of assets will include the savings she took. She'll also have to repay the money I spent maintaining the house while she was gone. There is plenty of equity in her share of the house and her retirement plans to cover that. She said that our finances are so intertwined after nearly 25 years of marriage, my wife is going to get some share of the assets. Best case is she agrees to the terms of the divorce. It's relatively cheap and quick. Otherwise, it gets complicated and expensive. She gave me a lot of options and how much I can expect to spend, so I've decided to just wait, mostly.
But that's what I say. What is it? Marriage is priceless and a divorce is 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy work.
Breathing room and I can conserve cash. I'll just pay them off when I sell the house. Now that my financial situation is less stressful, I'm actually enjoying her being gone. I'm free to do whatever I want, whenever. I don't have to cook or clean or take care of anyone. The house is quiet for the first time I can remember. I loved my wife, but her mental health weighed down our marriage. On balance, it was worth it until now. The first month or so, I expected her to be there whenever I'd get home. When someone was at the door, or if I heard noises, I'd think it was her. I checked the doorbell cam obsessively. I'm not looking forward to her returning. It has to happen, but when she comes back, I'll have to deal with her. The divorce, getting the house ready to sell, dividing all of our stuff, finding a new place to live. I'm hoping she'll stay away until after New Year's, but my daughter says she thinks her mom will be home for Christmas, either to stay or visit. My lawyer will have papers ready to serve her. Hopefully she'll just agree to the terms and continue her travels. People had some great advice. Renting or selling the house, not really feasible right now since I have to fix some things up and get it ready to sell/rent. Since I need a place to live at the moment, I'll net each month rent minus mortgage minus rent on a new apartment minus storage unit equals it's not worth it. My kids' rooms are still full of their stuff. I don't want to spend the time and effort to clean them out and put them in storage. Getting a HELOC, this was great advice. I didn't realize I needed both people to get a loan. If I need more money, I can go this way. In the short term, the
home equity line of credit.
Promo rates on the credit cards were cheaper and easier than getting a HELOC. Serving my wife divorce papers or getting divorced in absentia, this is something I might need to do eventually, but the cost in lawyer fees goes up exponentially in cases like this. I'm comfortable just waiting for now. Look at the phone bill to see where she's at and possibly going. I did look at her usage and I did notice that she doesn't post on social media until after she leaves a place.
She is so calculated.
Yeah,
She's a runner, she's a track star.
And it's sick.
Yes.
Like when she posted about Hawaii, she made a call that day that originated in Los Angeles. She posted about a cruise and I figured out the dates, trying to serve her at the port possibly.
A cruise? A cruise?
Can you imagine copping off the boat and getting served at the pier?
But it ended a couple of days before she posted. She tried adding international calling to her line, but I blocked it, so she removed her phone from our account. Relative comments. So, oh my gosh, I am infuriated on your behalf. The audacity of, my husband is so great for letting me take this trip. The petty in me hopes she'll be home for Thanksgiving because I want her world to explode. And then OP responded, she told her family she won't be home for Thanksgiving. Nobody told her my daughter and I are spending Thanksgiving with her family though. She could see the posts of us having a good time without her. And then somebody else said, please change the locks on the house so she can't just waltz back in while you're out one day. I'm so angry for you. I've been married for 23 years, and if my husband did this to me, God help anyone between me and him. And OP said she left her keys. I changed the code on the security system, the passphrase, and password. I also found a new hiding place for the emergency key we had in the backyard. And then somebody else said, so she's just going to blow through all the money and then just assumes you'll take her back and care for her when dementia hits her? And OP said, seems to be her plan, but it's not mine.
Wow. That is insane. This is crazy. And the thing is, this isn't even over yet. It's not even done.
And then there's updates. Okay, so my wife texted me in the middle of December that she'd be home for Christmas. I told her that we, our daughter and I, would be at my brother's. She obviously wasn't welcome. I'd leave her car in the driveway, in the fob in the backyard. She wasn't allowed in the house unless I was there. She didn't have keys to get in. She spent Christmas with her sister. When I got back, I met with her. I decided not to be overly confrontational because I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of thinking I cared enough to be mad. She was taken aback about how detached I was. I could tell it bothered her that I didn't show much emotion, not even anger. I just wanted her to agree to a divorce. I asked why she left without telling anyone. She said she didn't want to wait a year. She didn't want anyone talking her out of it, and she didn't want to work anymore. She just wanted to leave because her mental health got worse. I'm sure it was mostly because she didn't want me to stop her from taking the money. She knew I would take care of everything with the kids in the house when she left. We had decided to go summer of 2024 for a few reasons. Packing everything and getting the house ready to sell was going to be a lot of work. We wanted to make sure our daughter graduated college, got a job, and was settled. We wanted to make sure we had money when we got back. We wouldn't have a house, cars, or job, so we just needed money because it could take months to find work and a place to live. We didn't want to have any worries or deal with a mess back home. At some point in our planning, she began questioning to herself, not me, if she ever wanted to go back to our old life. She didn't want to work full-time or buy a house or stay in one place after we got back. She wasn't sure what she wanted, but she didn't think she would figure it out talking to me. I told her that's the reason we were taking the trip, to figure things out together, to see what we wanted for the next part of our life. I asked her why she didn't just get a divorce before she left. Then she wouldn't have to do this behind our backs, and she would have plenty of money without stealing our joint savings. She claims that she didn't want a divorce, that she wanted us to live whatever life she figured out. I told her that's not how marriages work, one person deciding for the other. In talking/texting our daughter, her family, my texts, and voicemails, she realized I might not forgive her. She was right about that.
Might.
So she might have to visualize a future without me.
No, you start visualizing a future without me. Are you crazy?
This is where I hope she would say some stupid like she was going to squander all of her money living in a van and make travel vlogs, or she met some guy that she needed to wire money to so they could open an ice cream shop.
I met a guy on the beach in Hawaii who makes coconut bras
in Alaska. Instead, she wants to be a digital nomad, working part-time, fully remote, and living in new places. She tried to convince me to go with her, but I'll never be able to trust her, plus I don't love her anymore. Traveling like that for a few years doesn't sound bad, but she doesn't have a job or any work lined up.
Bro, the whole digital nomad thing is for young people, in my opinion. I don't know, chat. Put a 1 in the chat if you agree. I think digital nomading is for like people in 20 to 30, not people 50 or 40 and up.
She's not in her 20s, and that way of living will get old quick.
Yeah.
No close friends, no family.
No family.
I want her to make it work so she won't be here trying to get back in our lives. Number 1, how are the kids doing? Our son wouldn't have seen us the entire time she was gone anyway. He only responds to her with very short texts. He told me that she wanted to see him, but he said that he was too busy and he wouldn't be able to get away. He lives in the barracks, so it's an easy excuse to avoid her. My daughter stopped talking to her / texting her. She's pretty upset. Her worry turned to anger when she realized her mom wasn't having a mental breakdown, but just being selfish. If her mom was sticking around, they could probably work through it eventually. I just care that my daughter is happy, so whatever.
Bro, women sacrifice their families for their happiness, and men sacrifice their happiness for their families. Shubin and I should have bought a Honda, put it on a t-shirt. This woman is proof that quote is 100% accurate. She sacrificed her entire family. Said, F my husband, buck them kids, who cares? I'm going to go do me in Hawaii and get my back straight blown out.
Whatever she decides, I'll support. Number 2, did she spend all of the money? About half. I think she realized she needed to figure it out before she completely ran out of money. 3, probably. Did she sleep with anyone? I didn't ask because I didn't care. Asking would imply I wanted her back, or it would matter. Even though I didn't ask, she claims she didn't. Not sure if she's lying or
You're
not.
a liar!
She might just be saying that because she doesn't want the kids to have another reason to be mad at her.
She doesn't want the kids knowing that their mom's a runner and a track star.
4, does she feel bad for what she put us through? She claims she does, and she wishes she had handled it differently. She said getting away and figuring herself out was best for her.
How you gonna figure yourself out after a 34-year marriage? Come on.
Whoop they do.
Figuring yourself out after a 34-year marriage, you should have had yourself figured out, boo-boo. There's no figuring after 34 years. I've got myself figured out. I'm only 35 years old. What are you talking about?
I told her she was just being selfish, and when she first left, we were worried something would happen to her, and we would never see her again. She always has been self-centered. I told her she's taking the easy route and letting everyone else handle the difficult parts. If she gets sick, kids will take care of her. Goes broke, lives with family. Abandon everything, they'll forgive her. She thinks her siblings and our children will let her live with them like we let her mom live with us.
Oh, hell no.
I'm sure when she visualizes her future, she sees our kids there. They might not be, and definitely not in the same way they were before. Despite how it might sound, I'm actually really happy with how it all turned out. Our divorce is far from final, but we agreed on the big things. We'll sell the house, how to split the retirement and profit from the house, how to pay back the money she took, and what I spent maintaining the household. I got most of what I wanted from the settlement. She'll soon be mostly out of my life. I won't have to pay alimony, and because she's choosing to make significantly less money than I was, I won't be forced to support her. That would be a kick to the teeth. She isn't my responsibility anymore. I won't have to care for her if she does get sick or goes broke. I figured I'd start dating again. I didn't realize a 50-year-old man with children out of the house, a good job, and in decent shape would be a catch. I'm not fighting women
I'm telling y'all.
Off with a stick, but I've had a lot more interest than I expected. It's been kind of nice meeting new people. I've worked out the numbers and I'll be doing pretty well after everything is settled. I only have to support myself. Not where I wanted to be, 50, getting divorced, and using Reddit as free therapy sessions, but I'm happier now than I've been in a while.
That's
I'm
good.
even planning a little vacation of my own.
Yay.
P.S. Thanks to everyone that has responded and reached out. It means a lot. Top comment to the post. I've been looking forward to this update. A lot less dramatic than we thought it would be, I'm sure, but it sounds like things are going to be okay for OP, more or less. Man, his wife really didn't realize yet how much she screwed up, huh? She's losing her stability and entire support system and doesn't even know it. Her children are definitely not going to be there for her in the future the way she thinks they would be, and she doesn't understand she brought this on herself by being so selfish and short-sighted.
Bro, this is why sometimes I say women are children. And I say women grow old, they never grow up.
Gotcha, bitch.
I'm not saying all women. We got a lot of women that watch here that are super based, and I love you ladies. Love y'all. I think you're great. I think Cass is super based. But in a general sense, I think more women think like this than think like women that are based. I always say the exception does not make the rule, right? There's not a lot of women like Cass, or there's not a lot of women like the ladies that watch. There's probably more of these modern women that want to go find themselves and get their backs blown out, and they want to sacrifice their families for their own happiness. She really thought this dude was going to take her back. Boy, you got to be another level of crazy to think that a dude's just going to take you back after you going on the trip of your life, the trip of a lifetime. It's just crazy to me that these women really will go out there and hit these streets so hard. They will hit the streets so hard. And it's funny because especially it's these older women. It's these older women. It's not even the younger women know what they can do, so they do it. But the older women are doing it now. The older women are doing it. They're getting out in these streets, and they think that they have all these options, and they don't. They really, really don't. All right, here's I reacted to one of these clips, but I wanted to react to it again because this chick is absolutely insane. She's insane.
I'll let the rap thing go.
Yeah. I can go off right now on her on a rap, but not really. But okay. Anyways, I gotta write it down.
That wouldn't be for the Lord. That would be for.
Wait. Is it's sped up? Oh no. Okay.
Exactly. She's gonna get roasted too because I am for the Lord, but we're human, and she.
Okay. It seems really sped up. Let's slow it down a little bit.
I'll let the rap thing go.
Yeah. I can go off right now on her on a rap, but not really. But okay. Anyways, I gotta write it down.
That wouldn't be for the Lord. That would be for.
Exactly. She's gonna get roasted too because I am for the Lord, but we're human, and she messed me over. So in that case.
Ah, yes, my favorite biblical passage. Get revenge on that bitch.
Hey, but
no,
look,
exactly.
Romans 3:23 is for all have sinned and fall short of the glory.
So watch this. I already got
That's what
her.
it is.
So let me go sin then.
No,
Right.
it's saying everything.
We're human.
Everything that you do is paved, brother. He knows we're gonna make mistakes. I'm not saying that's right.
She has no clue.
I feel like you're setting yourself up to allow yourself to make mistakes.
No, because later on in that passage, he says, "But through our faith, we receive His mercy and grace."
Yeah. So anyways, if I
This is my problem with a lot of people that use the Bible for their stupid behavior. Like, the Bible can be a great thing, but it can also be something that people abuse. And people like this abuse the Bible by saying, like, yeah, it's cool that I'm a piece of crap. It's cool that I do this. It's cool that I do that. Like, bro, no.
Religion a big part of y'all's life?
Yes,
Absolutely.
not religion.
Not religion.
I'm getting it.
We're just
We're
Jesus,
just Christian.
man.
We're just Christian.
That is a
Jesus-
religion.
No, it's not a religion because God is not a religion. It's Christianity.
Okay. Is Christianity a religion? Let's see here. Yes, Christianity is a religion. The world's largest, actually.
It's not denominational. There's Lutheran, there's Catholic. But when you read the Bible,
Can I say something?
Yeah.
We believe that Jesus came to the earth in the man form. He was crucified and rose on the third day
not
for us.
David Ramsey. What are we
Hey,
doing?
but you asked us if we're about Jesus, and we're just like.
I just asked if religion was a big part of your
And it
life.
is.
It's not religion.
So how
it's
can we
the
not
Bible
talk about that?
and what he says, and we follow it.
The
But guess
Bible
what?
and Jesus is all that we care about. We don't care about the money in the church, brother.
Listen, we're human, and so this is my thing.
You don't go to church?
We do.
We do. But
it's
if
not-
somebody messes you over here, I'm the biggest Karen.
This
And I'm
is
not going to
church.
get that until I sue the lady for what she did, which I'm doing. Small claims court is only $5,500 that I can do.
Are you here to convert me? I feel like I'm being.
Oh, if you want to,
if you
and-
need
and-
that,
and-
brother, we're here.
Yeah, and we're not to convert you. We don't know who you are, what you do, or what.
people are crazy.
You have a Buddha.
What do you believe
what?
in, Caleb?
Huh?
What do you believe in?
I don't talk about that because I want everyone in the audience. It doesn't matter what you
Yeah,
believe in.
they're gonna be in
I
there
believe
too.
in not your finances, and it doesn't matter what religion you are.
Let's talk about that. Next,
Unfortunately,
moving on.
we have not believed that in the past, but we're trying to now.
Exactly.
Well, no, yeah, that's I guess what.
God, these people are just two massive big backs, too.
Big back, big back.
Like, he's big, she's big, we're all big together, Like, why are we so big? Why are we so big? I just don't get that. I don't get how people get that big. Like, how much do you have to eat? How much do you have to eat to get that big? I don't know. I just don't get it. Here's this chick again. Wait, is this the same? Maybe this is the same clip. This might be the same clip. I don't know, chat.
Are you in therapy or willing to go?
Neither.
Never been through anything?
I don't. You want me to be tragic? You want me to have some demons or something? Thank you for doing that for me.
And why did you pop?
There's nothing wrong with going to therapy.
Bro, this build is so diabolical. She looks like a capital B that's been deflated. She looks like she's wearing a half of an inner tube on the top and bottom. This build looks like she's never actually straightened her back. The hunchback of Notre Thought. This is a nutty build. The melted candle build. The deflated balloon build. The sappy willow tree build. You know what I mean? What is this? You got the tummy. I've heard of a tummy tuck, but I don't usually hear of the tummy tucked into the skirt. Why you got so many rings on? Why you Mr. T? She seems like she might be Mr. or Mrs. F for fat. What is this build? Straighten it. Makes me want to sit like this, chat. You know what I'm saying? She's got that, am I turtly enough for the turtle club? Looking at, you know? Golly. Oh my God, I just saw that and was like, man, that is Diabolicles. I bet her, Greek mythology name is Diabolicles. So I don't know. These builds are crazy. All right, here we go. I think this might just be why I've never been married. The caption of this says, daydreaming of the perfect husband.
It only took 48 days, but I started cutting the tree immediately upon her asking. Honey, I'm home from work and I'm ready to clean. You know what this house needs? Fresh coat of paint. Nonsense, woman! Let me do that. That woman never pick up toys of her sons. Babe, are you cold? Oh, gee, no! What are you? No! What's wrong with you? Let me just bump this up to 85. Credit card statement. 2,700. Babe, you're not spending enough money. Hey, babe, how would you... Oh, sorry. Shoes off first. I know better than that. Now, would you like a massage, no strings attached? All right, babe. Remember a Diet Mountain Dew, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Bro, drinking Diet Mountain Dew. That's crazy work. Oh, that's crazy work. A Diet Mountain Dew. Bro, I used to drink Mountain Dew back in the day, but I feel like now if you drink Mountain Dew, you're down bad. Mountain Dew is one of those things that you only see in trailer parks. You know what I'm saying? Or on the corner of a gas station, somebody drinking Mountain Dew. Do any of you guys actually drink Mountain Dew? If I'm going to get a sody, I'm going for the king of sodies. Okay? I'm going for the Coca-Cola. And I'll go for Pepsi if you ain't got Coke. And by the way, if you're a restaurant and you don't have Coke, shame on you. How dare you not have the king of colas? I get mad at that sometimes. Sorry, we don't have any Coke products. It's Pepsi only. Close the store. Sorry. Close the store. You guys shouldn't even be open. Where you're telling me you had to pay another, like, maybe franchising fee. You had to cut a deal with Dr. Cola. You know? Get some Coca-Cola in this joint. If I want the king of colas, I want a Coke. I don't want this Mr. Pibb Extra, Dr. Thunder. Well, we have some locally crafted. I don't want that. I want the Coke that burns the back of my throat. I want that McDonald's Coke. I want it to hurt. I want my nose to feel like it's... I want to feel like I'm about to sneeze when I drink this Coke. I want it to burn. I want it to feel like I'm hitting a menthol in liquid form. I want it to feel like I smoked half of a pack of Newports in one sip. That's what I want. I want it to hurt. But no, I got to go and drink Dr. Pepper. Come on, bro. Unreal.
The whole finasco ended up happening where I was deployed and she was messing around with someone else, and then she ended up getting pregnant, and then, like, I found out.
She's the village bicycle. Everyone's had a ride.
You found out she was the village bicycle. That's absolutely brutal, brother.
Deployed, and then it made all this drama. And
Wait, she got pregnant while she was married to you?
Yeah. While I was
I'm
deployed.
so sorry.
Like, I think back to, like, I was in Afghanistan, and, like, I wasn't allowed to be alone anymore, and it was just this weird, I was in this weird daze for so long.
Because they were worried about you? They
Well,
wouldn't let
because,
you
you
be
know,
alone?
that's like the typical story, right? You get deployed, you're in a combat zone, and then something horrible happens back home, and then, you know,
I feel like
you know what
there's
happens to
been movies
military
written
people
about
when
it.
the stress gets high, and, you know, those rates are high, and so.
How did you find out about her?
I found out from her initially. She, like, texted me, and she was like...
She texted you that she was pregnant?
She's like, hey, so, I hate to break this to you, but, like, this dude's been blowing my back out and cheesed inside of me, and now I have a kid. How do you casually text that?
She basically went into detail about what happened, and she's like, you're probably going to hear about it because it had already spread back in the States, but everyone was like, don't tell Dudley. Like, we got to figure out how to tell him, because it's like this big thing when you're deployed. Like, mental health is a huge thing in the military.
Yeah.
I knew
Breaking
people
news
that,
like that
took their own life. You know,
Really?
it's a normal thing.
And was it somebody that you knew?
It was multiple people.
She didn't know who.
She didn't know who the dad was.
Oh, God. It was Snow White and the Seven Jodies. Oh, my. So my brother-in-law, he's in the military, and he talks about Jodies, which is the guys back in the States that are bucking the military men's wives. They call them Jodies. Like, Snow White and the seven Mary Jodies. That's what he went through. That's brutal. Didn't even know who the dad was. She was getting run through. Good Lord. This is why I say if you're going to be in the military, bro, go before you get married and then come out and get married. Because if you get deployed and you can't bring your wife with you, bro, some of those women will cheat on you quicker than you will sneeze when you're looking at the sun, brother. I'm telling you, it's bad. Ain't it, Lokes?
Damn.
But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It was good to have you guys out, man. Until next time. Peace.